Hi guys, hopefully you guys are joining us right now. Actually making dinner right now. My husband is actually making a beautiful bolognese. So I'm lucky enough to have a chef for a husband as well. Say hello, babe.
Hi, I'm making Italian spaghetti bolognese. I've already done well, I've already got the sauce and the mince. It's just consistency of basil paste, shallots. I've got yellow onion chopped, mushrooms chopped, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, puree, tomato puree, tomatoes out of a tin, and fresh tomatoes. I add a lot just to get that richness. I've also put in some a little bit of cheese as well, and queso cheese. That kind of helps. I'll put it on a low heat, and you can see the richness. When that red tomato goes bright orange, you can see that the cheese and all of the ingredients mix together, and you've got something very rich indeed. The flavours come together. Not to mention I've got a red wine going in. It actually isn't pure red wine. It's a mix of Moscato, of the white grape and the red grape.
Very nice.
But it's like a blood orange, and that's what you want in your sauce. And then obviously I've put a bit of salt in my water, and we've got spaghetti ready to go. So as you can see, if we look down in the pot, you can see that sauce is lovely and rich. Obviously you're gonna you're gonna cook your mince with your onions, so that you're not gonna have any pink meat in the sauce. It's all gonna be cooked first. Then you add in your mushrooms. Then you add in your onions, carrots if that's preferred. So it's whatever you want to make it really, and this is all done with love. So if we're bringing this with magic, we're putting our intention into it, loving each family member in there. For me, I'm not really linking so much with food when it comes to magic, but I am today. Usually I'm linking with plants and garden, because I'm a green witch. So there's a bit of both. Whatever we do, whatever we want to do a really good job of, why not use our intention and bring magic into everything that we do?
And that's something that we practice a lot. As for myself, I practice a lot when I'm making dinner for my family, when I'm cleaning up my house. I'm always practicing intention work. And
not to mention, if there is somebody we don't like, we make sure there's an extra portion on the side that's dark magic, if we're going to do something against them. And that's just a laugh really. Sometimes you can make, no matter what your intention is, if I'm a negative person and I'm not feeling good about myself, and I'm doing this dish for family, what are the repercussions of eating this food afterwards if I don't feel good while I'm putting the intention into it? Exactly. Other people are going to get sick with my intention. So it's all about being positive and putting in the love, and everybody else will feel that energy. Same with spell work, same with food, everything.
Yeah, everything in our life does matter, what we do and how we create. For the topic of today is going to be, we are the creators. This is something I'm a big believer of. Creators of our own situations, good or bad. And it's something I'm always telling people that are around me. The good and the bad. We have created a situation in our lives which we have custom made for ourselves. So yeah, excuse my paint that I didn't do a very good job there. But yes, we have our deities, and we have our spirit guides. We have our ancestors that work with us to help us better our life and create a better positive situation in our life. But something that people fail to realize is that everything in our life has happened for a reason. We have created everything in our life, the good, especially the bad. Whether we want to admit it or not, why some people are in poverty, why there's a part of them that even though they won't say, they've in a lot of ways partaken in that creation of that negativity. So I'm just saying, if you want to better yourself, if you want to come out of into a better situation, into a better positive relationship, it's up to you to make the change. It's up to you to decide when you've had enough of poverty and truly make a difference, truly change that aspect of your life. Now, I'm not saying it's that easy. Like, you could be a working mom and you're barely making the bills and stuff, and you're trying to do spell work all the time to make it better for your children and for yourself. and nothing seems to be going right, well, there's something in you that you really got to look within you that is actually holding you and putting that barrier up from having you move ahead in your life situation. So in a lot of ways, I always tell people we are our own God. We are our own goddess when it comes to creating a situation in your life, good and bad. So be very aware of your thought process, of your thinking. When you're thinking negative things, the more you think of negative things, the more negative things will happen to you. Because remember, the universe is watching us, and everything we're projecting, we're actually throwing it out to the universe. So I'm not saying it's going to be a perfect day, a perfect life, or anything like that. But when you catch yourself in that negative way of thinking, or you're crying, or you're angry, embrace it for a bit and then change it. Change it by the anger. What good is it gonna do us? You're gonna get angry, you're gonna get ill, you're just gonna get angrier. If you cannot change a situation, if it's somebody that's bothering you, somebody that's thinking ill of you, bad of you, somebody that you can't make them understand your way of thinking, then forget about it. Don't even try making them understand your way of thinking. You go on with your own life, and you let them think the way they want to think. And this way, you're letting go of the anger within you. And it's their problem. You don't want to deal with it anymore. It's their problem. Let them be angry. Let them deal with it. All right? Let go of negative people, negative situations that are all in your life.
Back to the cooking thing. Obviously, I've done a wisdom video earlier, but I'm never ever going to stop feeling hungry to talk about being the teacher. But always recognising every single one of us, whether we've done bad or good in this life, we always go back to being the student. And we must also embrace that, because we're learning every time. Every life lesson that we're going through, we're either going to absorb it and let that lesson go into our head, or we're going to let it go out the other ear. And if we do, the thing is, we're going to have to live that life lesson all over again in a different circumstance, different environment, with other people. And it's scary to think, if we don't learn the first time, how severe and how catastrophic is the next situation. They're going to always be a push every time in the universe to push you even harder, so that you do get it until you learn the life lesson. With the cooking side, it is about confidence with yourself. It's all to do with every little task, whether we're painting, cooking, whether we're cleaning, everything, driving to work, or driving anywhere. And I think at the end of the day, if we don't have confidence in ourselves, we're not going to get the best out of what we do. And I think when it comes to these life lessons, if we don't learn, we're not going to learn about ourselves, and that confidence thing is going to be spiraling out of control. So I'll leave you with that teacher thing. We all become a teacher once we've learned and knowledge and about life and about our responsibility and priorities. More pressure on our shoulders. If we can deal with it, the more harder in ourselves we can become. We can juggle all the things in one go and multitask, and not feel like we're falling apart because we can't multitask. And we also have to understand that we can't always get it right. We can't always get it right, and that's okay. So we have that humble side of us and the ability to listen to other people, and sometimes we don't have to give advice. We just listen, and maybe that other person may appreciate and only need you to listen to how they feel so they can vent out. If we can't listen and we use our tongue so much, it isn't always the best way. We can't help people that way. So life is all about listening, speaking less at times, speaking when it's appropriate, and making appropriate actions and appropriate comments when needed, not comments or actions that are offensive or against other people. That's how we're going to learn. Confidence, feeling good about yourself, and always projecting positive thoughts to the universe, because I guarantee it will always be on your side with the law of attraction.
Yes, very big time believer in the law of attraction as well. And if people are speaking out of their arse, like to say arse,
like myself,
like my husband at times, and myself at times too. But I'm very much a practitioner of my own words. So everything I say, everything I practice, I preach. If I don't know about a certain situation, I won't say anything because I don't know it all. I don't, and what I do try to share with people, the little knowledge that I have, or a lot, whatever you may want to call it, I share with people. Whether you want to embrace it and take it in for yourself, then you do, and if you don't, then you don't. Can I try that too, please? That looks really good. It's super hot. That's really delicious. Amazing. My husband kicks ass in cooking. He really does.
But remember that we don't always be big-headed. Don't be righteous. Keep the pride down at a level, because I'm not always great at making, I don't know, pastry or beef Wellingtons. But I'm going to give it a try because my wife wants beef Wellington, so I'm going to do it. But with everything we do, we're not always going to be good at being, I don't know, a construction worker. I'm not good at being, I don't know, a carpenter. Why? Because I don't know anything about it, but I'm always willing to show and have a go at what I can do. And you've got to start somewhere. So I'm going to leave it there. And remember, if we're going to do magics and we're working in the dark arts and divination, remembering to protect yourself. If you don't know how and you're just a dabbler, I think it's going to have a very negative effect on you before you even can get that negative energy to be on the very person you're targeting at. And I think it's better, before we even take the research and the meditation, to receive the knowledge from a higher source, because that's how we get the energy and the knowledge, through the higher source and through our goddess or deity, whoever we follow. We must just start with ourselves through positive energy.
Yes. So once again, we're talking about creators of our destiny, creators of our what we are in our life. Everything in our life has been here because of every decision we've made, whether good or bad. We've all created our situation. So back to that again. Positive thinking. Change your circumstance. If you have your circle and you have a lot of negative people around you, then you got to change that. All right. Good night from Bermuda. Good night to you guys, and thank you guys for watching. A lot of you are watching.
And I would like it, like, if everybody could take a prayer for the bad weather, Hurricane Harvey, Irma, and Jose. We've got Lee coming, and maybe Ophelia. Those types of tragedies, we can't bear to imagine. If we have already been through it, then we understand. But if you've never been through it, just take a prayer and a thought out for those who've lost their houses. Yes, you can rebuild houses, but you can't rebuild a family if their life's been lost. That is the type of work we think is more valuable in magic. Sending positive energy out with a group of witches, whoever you are, projecting and casting your intention. Send that positive energy, healing to those in need.
And help out your fellow brother and sister. Remember, plant the seed of prosperity by giving ahead, giving and paying forward. Send out, and don't plant it with the purpose of getting back. No, give it with all your heart. Plant the seed of prosperity by giving to those that are in need right now, and plant the seed of love by giving love to those that need it, even when they don't deserve it. You don't think they deserve it, but they do. So again, we're gonna start wrapping it up because dinner's almost done here.
We're gonna just tell you our Belinda's YouTube, but there is www.etsy.com/shop/EnchantedBellWitch, and that is her Etsy shop that we've opened together. And remember that you can go onto my YouTube, Michael James Reedy, Medium and Reiki Master Bruja. That is a different whole channel, but it's still intention. It talks about darkness, light. More light, really, because it's better for me.
Yeah,
much better for me.
Join him on his YouTube channel. Check out our Etsy shop. Like he said, it's www. Let me see. It's new, so...
yeah, www.etsy.com/shop Enchanted Bell Witch.
Enchanted Bell Witch, guys. So if you can see that, there you go. That's it right there, and check it out. Like I said, the first 50 people that order are going to be getting a free gift.
You will see that channel, that website for Etsy shop for Belinda and myself already on some of the videos on the link on the comments section. So if you could catch it in blue, it will be there as a link.
So thanks again for joining us, and please share, because it does count. Share our videos on Facebook, everywhere you can share it on, and I love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. All right, guys, blessings.